What will happen if the moon disappears? The full moon is on average 14,000 times brighter than the next brightest object in the night sky, Venus. So without her, every night would be as dark as a new moon. Stargazing would be spectacular too. But by the next morning, you will begin to realize how important the moon is to life on Earth. For starters, between the sun, Earth's rotation, and the moon has the greatest influence on Earth's tides. Without it, the tides would be reduced by about 75%. This would threaten the lives of many species of crustaceans, mussels, and sea snails that live in intertidal zones and disrupt the diets of larger animals that rely on them for food, threatening entire coastal ecosystems in the process. Within a few decades, we will begin to see massive declines in sea and land populations. One of the largest spawning events in the world takes place in the Great Barrier Reef. Each November, in the days following the light of a full moon, coral colonies throughout the reef, which span an area larger than the state of New Mexico, release millions of eggs and sperm at intervals of almost a few minutes. Scientists are certain that the full moon plays a role in the timing, but exactly how remains a mystery. On land, animals like these red crabs also use lunar cues to reproduce. After living most of their lives in the mountains, millions of adult crabs migrate to the coast, and then, only during the last quarter of the moon, the females release the eggs into the sea. The moon may not have that much influence on human reproduction, but without it, something else we care about equally would change the weather. Tides and tidal currents help mix the cold Arctic waters with the warmer waters of the tropics. This balances temperatures and stabilizes the climate around the world. Without the moon, weather forecasting would be virtually impossible. The average difference between the hottest and coldest places on Earth could grow to life-threatening extremes. But none of this compares to the biggest change we would have over the next millennia. Currently, the Earth tilts on its axis by 23.5, mostly due to the moon's gravity. If the moon were to disappear, the Earth's axis would wobble between 10 and 45. Some experts estimate that Jupiter could help keep Earth's tilt from getting completely out of control. But even just an extra 10 tilt can wreak havoc on the climate and seasons. In the past, the Earth's tilt changed by about 1-2, which scientists think could have caused ice ages in the past. It's hard to know what a 10 or 45 tilt would do, but probably nothing good for most life on Earth. The moon is not only imperative to life on Earth today. Experts believe it may have played a key role in the formation of life more than 3.5 billion years ago. It turns out that the moon is not just a beacon in the night sky. Its existence is key to the delicate balancing act that makes life on Earth possible.